All right, everybody. Today it is the No Notes Podcast, episode 68, I believe. Is that right, Charles?
68. Yeah, that sounds right.
68? Okay.
We didn't check this. I'm sorry.
Anyways, we have a very special episode today. We have a special guest. It's Liam Lynch. Liam used to run for Drury, track and field, as well as cross country. Good friend of both of ours. My name's Charles, and we're super excited that he's able to talk with us today and give us a little bit of his time. We know he's a busy man, so we're very thankful for that. So without further ado, we will get to meet Liam with a question by myself. So Liam, first question: why and how did you start getting into running? I kind of know the story because I was with you at Kickapoo running with you, but how did you get into it?
Well, that's kind of fun. I credit Coach Hodge with my decision to start running, kind of. So I started off freshman, sophomore year running soccer with Matt. Yep. And then, I was a good runner on the team. Always a really good runner, never really a good soccer player. And then junior year rolls around and Coach Hodge is really trying to fit me in with the varsity team because I'm like running laps around them. And he eventually just says, like, have you thought of running? Not for soccer. And I was like, should I? And he was like, yes. And then I did. So that's kind of how I started. And then never really put it back down and haven't looked back.
That's why I wanted to ask you as well, because, when you and I were, real close, if you remember that class, I think you do remember that class.
It was a fantastic class. I still have a picture of that on my Instagram.
I know. I was going to bring that up, actually.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. Computer applications. I remember you were playing soccer, and I remember one of the reasons we first bonded was because you knew Matt. So I was curious how you got into cross country as well, because I didn't actually know that. Because when I remembered you real well, you were a soccer player as well. So that's cool to hear. And by the way, this is episode 67, just to clarify this.
Oh, I was going to say we were one off the infamous number.
You almost, we could have filled in a couple before we got you on here, but that's our fault.
That's okay. Save it for someone special.
Yeah, you're right. All right. So kind of going off of that, what was the college recruitment process like for you? And, was it mostly, I know obviously when you go to college, that's athletics and academics. So how much of a role did both those play in your decision, which ended you up in Drury? But what was that whole process like getting recruited?
Yeah. So since I started my junior year running, I wasn't like a big sought after recruit. I didn't have a lot of times to back myself up or anything. My biggest recruit was actually 300 hurdles from track, which was kind of funny. And I visited Drury. I really didn't visit anywhere else. I was kind of apathetic about the whole college recruitment process, but the Drury coach really liked me. And that was Coach Marino at the time. And he was a great guy. And he had me in for a visit. And then we had this big recruit visit with a bunch of other Drury kids. And I think 9 of us signed from that one visit. And it was really fun. And I was best friends with those guys through college. So that was my whole visit. I guess it was Coach Marino being a bit persistent and no one else.
Seemed pretty quick and easy for you then,
Yeah, I didn't think a whole lot. Not a lot of people liked me. So, well, I'm sure they liked me, but not a lot of people wanted my running.
Yeah, what do you got, Matt?
Yeah, so like Liam, you're a lot better soccer player than you give yourself credit for. Just let you know that. But yeah, Liam and I definitely ran laps around people in soccer. We were probably the 2 best runners there. But I just want to ask, during your Kickapoo time, granted it was only 2 years of cross country, what was your favorite race and where was it? I know where all the races were, but tell me what you liked. And I forget, did you go to state at all? And if so,
no.
How was it? Okay. So what race is like the best then for cross country?
Like just cross country?
We'll do cross country and then do track.
And then track. Okay. Well, oh man, cross country. Chili Pepper was always, that's probably your favorite too, I'm guessing. Chili Pepper really with all the traditions and we would go down to whatever shopping district they had down in Fayetteville and just do the game, get to meet some people. I think one year Jared Ozzie got a picture with Dominique Scott, and she just competed at Worlds yesterday. So like, look
It
at
was our
that.
senior year was whenever Dominique Scott was there. So
Yeah, that was, oh, it was your junior year. So before I came, yeah.
no, my senior year, your junior year.
Oh, yeah. No, it was good. I would definitely say Chili Pepper my senior year. Either that or districts when I kind of stepped up for, no, not districts. It would have been sectionals when I kind of stepped up, and we ended up getting 6th place, which isn't a lot to show for it. A lot of races, wow. 6th place at sectionals, which isn't a whole lot to show, but we compared ourselves to the 6th place of the team last year and called it a major success. So, because we lost, so many people your senior year. I was like,
You guys lost 7 of us, so
we lost 7, probably 5 out of the top 7. We just had
5
Brennan
of the top
Cruz.
7, and then you lost 6 out of the top 10 because I was like number 8, number 9. So
Yeah, it was a blow. So we called it improvement.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, now Kickapoo boys won state like last year or something.
I guess I'll top Matt's question with some whipped cream and a cherry. What was your favorite college cross country race and track race?
Oh boy. College. Track race is probably an easy answer. Is it? Yeah, college is an easy answer. For track, not some, oh no, track my freshman year, which sucks to say that it was my freshman year for cross country, but we had regionals, D2 regionals in Hillsdale, Michigan, and it was a festival year, right? And so what that means is that all the D2 championships are to like take place at the same like date in the same place. And so that year, I don't know where they were for nationals, but that means that all the regional events took place 2 weeks later. And so our cross country season was already a little bit later. We're edging into November for cross country. We're in Michigan and it starts dumping snow on us. And I never ran a snow cross country race before. And that was just, I don't know, something that a lot of people don't ever get to experience. And I was pleased by it. It was fun.
What's your track one?
Track's even better. Oh man. Is it? My freshman year, it sucks that freshman year was conference also, but freshman year freshman year track conference at Truman University, actually, for GLVCs, I had been running like 950, 1010 and steeplechase, which is like, it's not bad, but it's not anything really special. And I remember telling all my friends at the time, like, guys, I'm gonna get 3rd in this race. And they're like, you do it, buddy. Go you. As meanwhile, I'm sitting at like 10th in conference, 12th in conference. And I'm just sitting there like, I will do it, I'm like repeating to myself like these mantras, like, if you believe it, you'll achieve it. Just like stupid stuff like that. And meanwhile, I get on the race, I get on the line and I'm running and I start dying like I always do. And then I was just chilling in 5th the whole time, which was really cool. And I start seeing the pack in front of me start coming back to me. And I'm like, what's happening? And I don't think they were coming back to me. I think I was chasing them down, which was really cool. And then 500 laps to go, 500 laps, oh dear God, 500 meters to go. I think to myself, like, every athlete just has a little moment, they got to decide what to do with it. And it was that moment I was like, I'm just gonna sprint the rest of this race. And I catch like the big pack. I think there were 3 guys, so I was sitting at 6th. I catch the guys, I'm sitting in 3rd now, and I just run like a 66-second last lap, which is fast and steeple. And I ran 9:24 that day. And it qualified me. I was like the 4th fastest freshman in D2. And it qualified me for USA U20s. So that was like the biggest breakthrough race of my whole life. It was cool.
I did not know that. That's really impressive.
That's like the highlight of my track career.
Are you saying you peaked early?
I'm saying I peaked. Well, the pre-med grind kind of got in the way of things.
Oh, yeah. I got you.
Yeah. But no, I still ran faster than that. It took a little while.
Okay, there we go.
Not a whole lot faster, couple seconds, but
That's a lot in track, man.
sure, yeah. Just to
Matt?
say that I didn't peak my freshman year was pretty big.
Oh man. All right, man. What do you got?
Yeah. So Liam, just tell us a little bit about what events you ran in track. Obviously, cross country. Well, not obviously. Hopefully, people know whenever you're in cross country, men run 10K. The women, I believe, run the 6K. I believe, is that correct? Right?
Yeah, you for championship season, you jump up in distance.
Yeah. So obviously, you had to run 10K for cross country. So really, the more more variety that you could run is in track. So tell us a little bit about what you ran in track and kind of why you decided to do what you did.
Yeah, so I think I mentioned earlier I was recruited for 300 hurdles, and so that's kind of like my foundation. And then I ran cross country in college, and so the transition to steeple was really easy. But I couldn't give away the fast twitch fibers, so I ran the 800 in indoor and then steeple outdoor for my first couple seasons. And then COVID happened, and that was a big fiasco. And I don't think you need me to say anymore. Took away a year of eligibility, so yay, but I didn't get to use it, so boo. And then junior year comes along and we get a new coach, and I convince him that I run 400 hurdles, and he says, oh, okay. And then I start running 400 hurdles. So I changed from 3K steeple to 400 hurdles steeple double. And that's it.
I like the track talk between you guys because I don't know too much about this stuff. So
yeah.
In terms of
I also ran all our relays, 4x4 and the DMR, not our 4x1, but the others, yeah.
And DMR is distant medley relay, for those of you who don't know. It's 400, 800, 16, and 3200. So
yeah, I was the 800 leg for our DMR.
Nice.
I just thought of an impromptu question based off this. So since us three are already locked in as the first three, or not maybe the first three, but on a relay team, us three, that's no questions asked. I'm on the team. Who's our fourth man? Who's the perfect relay team right here? Who's our fourth?
Well, probably a miler that goes sub 4.
Matt, so you got any ideas?
Yeah.
Like I can get Connor probably.
We can pick anyone. Connor would do it. If we get Connor Mance, we're set up.
just let me go first so you guys can do all the catch-up work.
No. You'll run the 4.
We'll have Connor do the 3200.
we'll have, honestly, Connor running the whole thing would probably
be faster.
That'd be good.
But I do want to say, what is your warm-up procedure before you go to meets? It might differ between cross country and track, but specifically what I'm getting at, do you have any go-to songs that you like to jam to before you race?
Wow.
If you got like a top 3, you can give us. And is there anything else you do when you warm up? Or are you not even a music guy? I don't know. You might not be.
I mean, I am a music guy. I'm more of a music guy on the bus to the.
Yeah, I'll count that as warm up.
We'll call that it more. Yeah. So, oh man, I'm gonna throw y'all some freaking curveballs here. I jump everywhere. Drifter by Hippie Sabotage, if you've ever heard of it, is just no. That's okay. That's quite all right. It's a good song. It's just some dude playing guitar. So
I respect it.
And then I throw in a little bit of Lauren Daigle in there, J. Cole. Change up all the vibes. It's music that I like, and I like mostly everything. So
it's on the day, man. Sometimes you wake up.
It depends on the day. Sometimes I'll hit the hard country. Sometimes I won't. Doesn't matter.
You'll know once you start listening to what's hit and what's not.
I know. Yeah. And then I step off the bus and it's all business. The music goes in the pocket.
Oh yeah.
I get out the little massage gun or the roller and I just start waking the muscles up. Then
strictly business.
Yep. And then it's business casual from there on out.
Oh my goodness, so funny. Business casual, baby.
Oh yeah. Well, you don't want to stress too much, but you're definitely dressing up for the event. We had a guy that would come out of our buses actually wearing suits, and that's business formal. He was there for some real deal. He was all right. He was a good runner.
So I have a question for you, Liam. So right now, I believe you're doing grad school at Kansas, right? For your medical stuff.
Yeah.
Was there ever a thought to you that maybe you wanted to do like be a grad transfer or a graduate student running at Kansas? Was there any thoughts of, oh, maybe I should go to this school because I can still run? Or did you just decide I'm good with my 4 years? I want to focus on school. Like, kind of what was that process for you? Like, I assume you probably wanted to run maybe some more, but
Yeah.
what do you think? What's your process with that?
That was fun. Definitely using my eligibility was a big thought on my mind. I got accepted. So I'm actually at med school at KU. And so that's a tough thing to turn down. But when I was just like waiting for the decision to come in, I basically applied to 3 places where I could run at. One was WashU, one was Northern Colorado, and then the other was Vanderbilt. And got in everywhere for it was like the master's in public health with a focus in global awareness. And I was contemplating just everywhere that I would run. And I asked my coach and he was like, don't run for Northern Colorado. And so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna run for Northern Colorado. And so it was between Vanderbilt and WashU, because I still was in the dark about my med school decision. This was like early January at that point or something. And I decided it would be way more fun to be a D3 stud than like SEC, just basically a rabbit for the big dogs. And so I kind of talked to the coach and he was really excited. I was really excited. And then eventually I got accepted and I was like, hey, sorry, got to take this. But I was like almost fully committed to running the D3 life, wasting my eligibility, having a good time, and then going to med school. But when duty calls, I guess. So
Right.
I found a way to run in the meantime. We're good.
I mean, that's when I saw that you got accepted into KU for medical school, I was like, yeah, it's really impressive. It's a big deal. So I'm really happy for you. And you start tomorrow, right? Maybe because I know Matt said the 18th is when we can't interview anymore, and is the 17th. So we wait till the last day.
Yeah, actually, the last day we got about 8 hours until I start school or something. Oh well, not start school, but I start school tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah. Going off of that, what is, some of the biggest goals for you with what you're, and like, what are you, I mean, I might be open right now, but do you have any ideas of what you want to do once you finish med school? But what are like right now, what would you say some goals about your future that you feel
like professional goals? Or
yeah, professional goals in terms of
just
you're like what your
work life and everything.
Yeah. What are some things that you really want to accomplish?
Well, the biggest thing is I took Spanish. I majored in Spanish and biochemistry, and I really, really want to be able to use my Spanish. And so I don't want to practice part-time, if that makes sense, but I want to use up, a good month, 2-3 months out of the year, abroad doing like medical missions or something, or international medicine, some kind of research, who knows? But I want to use it and abuse it. No, I just want to have a good time with it.
Yeah. That's a really interesting answer. I really like that. You want to combine foreign language with medical profession. I think that's super awesome.
Well, I think one of the coolest things in the world is, learning, and what better way to learn than, in experiencing a whole new culture that you've never, fathomed before. So
I know it's your turn, Matt, but I got to ask this follow up now that we're on the topic, because this is one of my questions. So I was going to say, you just talked about this with, kind of your, being major in Spanish. I know that you studied abroad in Spain. I saw that on your Instagram. You posted about it a couple times. That was pretty cool looking at all your stuff. So what was that experience like for you? And what is some advice that you would give if anyone was thinking about studying abroad? It doesn't have to obviously be in Spain, but just the whole experience. What were some of your favorite moments? I know you can check out his Instagram, by the way, to see some of his favorite moments, but you can also,
I'm sure we'll tag it. I don't know.
Yeah, you can also listen to him here if you want. But yeah, what was that all like?
Yeah, so I'll describe all the pictures Pictionary style for everyone.
One by one, man.
It was really fun. I was only there for a month. I kind of needed a study abroad to graduate with a major in Spanish, and also, COVID it's the big reason why it hadn't happened sooner.
Right.
But it was really fun. I went in totally blind, had a host mom who cooked the most amazing food. She said it was way more fun to get a stipend, and because she got a stipend for hosting me, if that makes sense. And she used her whole stipend on food. Because in her past life, she was a chef and she wanted to continue pursuing like being a culinary expertise or whatever. And I was like, I will sit here and eat literally whatever you give me. So that worked out. I recommend everyone getting a host mom that likes to cook.
Oh yeah, 100%. Actually, not even 100, 1,000%.
It was like that was like the deal breaker. My friends would go out to dinner. I'll be like, I'll catch y'all at the bars later. I think we went out every single night. Highly recommend. Go explore the city. Don't go anywhere alone. One, because don't go anywhere alone, and two, because friends are awesome. I think I cried when I left. Yeah, I met some awesome people. Didn't really. I mean, I probably should have learned a whole lot about Spanish. Learned more colloquial Spanish, if that makes sense. But it was a good time. Yeah. I traveled every weekend I could. I went to Granada. I only had like 3 weekends. I went to Granada, Palma de Mallorca, which is like, we flew over Ibiza, which was cool. Yeah. And then I stayed in Malaga, Spain. So it was nice.
I wanted to really ask about that to get more insight from you, instead of just, even though the Instagram pictures were 10 out of 10, I still need a little more,
No, it was cool. There was a lot to it. I met some people. I played some soccer with the Spaniards. I really wanted to do that, and so I'm glad I got to do that. There was a track I raced. I like did pickup races, if that makes sense. I'd like just start talking to people in Spanish and then ask them if they wanted to run. I don't think I lost, but it was fun.
All right, now you can go, Matt.
Oh no, you're good. Those are all great stories. It kind of reminds me of when I went on my mission. All of a sudden, for us it was 2 years, but you suddenly love the people and love the language, and you have to leave, and you're like, I hate this. So
Oh, that's right. Where'd you do your mission again?
started in Kittivis, so South Pacific. But
Cool. That's all so cool.
so I totally understand that, like just wanting to do that. But I think those are definitely experiences that are cool and something that a lot of colleges offer. So for any of those people who are in college right now listening to this, really go look at your study abroad options and see if you can go, because I know a lot of people who have loved them.
Oh yeah, it's irreplaceable. You have to.
Like I personally haven't gone on any study abroads, but I am going to go to Europe with my grandparents in about 3 weeks. So I'm super excited for that.
And if you can't even study abroad, like do extended period just abroad, like get immersed in culture and learn something new,
Exactly. And speaking of learning something new, that's actually my next question for you, Liam. It's
okay.
So obviously you have senior, like high school senior Liam, and now you have freshman graduate Liam, right?
Yes.
What was one piece of advice that you would tell your younger self if you could? Just something that you've learned, something that
just like one teeny, just like a nugget of wisdom.
Or it could just be something big, like, hey, don't do drugs. I don't know. Just, I don't know.
Well, like I don't think I ever got caught up in drugs. So
are you gonna cheap your younger self out here?
Yeah, I know.
Something like that.
I would tell him to bet on Tom Brady.
Yeah. Give him all the Super Bowl wins.
Yeah, every Super Bowl pick. Say Patrick Mahomes will be good, I promise you. I'm not sure. I would say like the biggest thing that I've learned over my like college thing is that routine is so much more vitally important than like anything, like if you work like 2 months on a routine and then spend a week just like goofing off, then all of a sudden the 2 months, and then you have to spend another 2 months getting back into the routine. I don't know. I just really love the idea of like routine and ritualistic stuff. And it's a good way to stay disciplined and learn more about yourself and learn about everything every day. So that's my small little piece of advice.
I think high school senior Liam would be happy with that.
He would probably actually use it too. So I don't know what I did high school senior year, but I don't think I had a routine.
Neither did I. Yeah, that's all I'll say. All right, this is gonna throw you off a little bit. How
Do it.
tall are you?
Might I ask why? Is this
Because there is a backstory to this. I'm not just
okay?
well, when you and
Do
I
I have to
obviously
answer
were.
first, or
You can answer after you. You
Okay.
can decide if you want to answer. How about that?
oh, good, good, good.
Based off the backstory. So obviously, well, I was a sophomore and you were a freshman, and when I remember you, you were definitely not as tall as you are now, and I believe I was taller than you. And if I had to guess, I'd bet a lot of money on it. I'd tell my future or past self to bet on this that Liam Lynch is taller than me right now. So I just wanted to know how tall you are, because you definitely used to be shorter than me. That's all I know. So there was that growth spurt sometime.
That's so funny. Yeah, people told me that I like grew throughout college too. I think I went into college at 6 foot, and then by my freshman year I was 6'1", and then sophomore year I was 6'2". So I'm
What's the
6'2"
Final
officially.
height?
Final height.
How tall do you think I am?
Oh man. Well, I think you were like 6'5" my sophomore year or something.
I think I actually shrunk since then. Yeah, I've actually shrunk.
And then the next year I saw you got shorter and shorter and shorter.
You can blame that on Matt.
I bet you plateaued probably 6 foot. I don't know.
I'm 5'11", but yeah, it's pretty
5'11",
close.
okay.
Yeah, I just knew you were taller than me, so I wanted to ask that.
That's funny.
You got another one, Matt? Yeah, it's your turn.
Yeah. All right. So, how was it balancing schoolwork and college running? Like, was it harder than you thought? Easier? Or there's some days where you're like, I hate this, I can't do it. Like, just take us through that process, because most of us aren't going to be a college athlete and go to school. Usually it's go to school, and even some of the college athletes, they decide to be an athlete, right? But obviously,
yeah, it's athlete student, not student athlete.
Yeah, and obviously you decided to be, a student athlete, as in, now you're at Kansas Medical School. So take us through that process of when you kind of realized, okay, I want to be, be studious, but also do my, athletic career. So kind of tell us how that balanced out.
Yeah, so God blessed me with being at least a little bit naturally smart. So my whole freshman year, I kind of goofed off, didn't really stress about school a whole lot. And I think it's pretty obvious with my times. It's funny seeing like the correlation, but I was really fast as a freshman. And that's because I didn't really care a whole lot about school. I didn't really have to. And then sophomore year rolls around, and then, OChem hits me like a bus. I did well in OChem, like all the classes. I had a really tough course load that semester. And that's when I started kind of like sitting down, assessing my time, figuring out where my priorities lie. And then after that, it was like a battle every semester. Not a battle, but like it just took some sitting down and being like, this is how much I want to allot to studying, and this is how much I want to allot to running. And you only have 24 hours in a day. But kind of figuring out how important school is, and knowing how much it takes to get into med school now, it's like, dang, dude, it is tough. So yeah, it took a long time, and I never really was able to give all to running that I wanted to. Even senior year, like last semester, is when I started hitting PRs everywhere. And that's because I took 12 credit hours, because I was like, oh, I made it to med school. So it's definitely a balance that you got to choose between. And for me, it was like, I guess, future rather than right now, even though right now would be like forever. So to each their own, I guess. Yeah.
Impressive, man. Very impressive. That's all I'll say.
Thanks, Charles.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Liam. Looking through my questions here. I got a couple on my mind. I think I'm gonna go with this one. So you remember, and you will be very pleased to hear this, because I am undoubtedly, besides probably your teammates, was one of the biggest supporters of this. Remember a couple of years ago when you did a YouTube running series? It
Yeah,
was like running with Liam Lynch.
I do. You
I
read
watched
that?
every video, and I
Did
promise
you
you, I
really?
did, and I
Oh my
promise you,
goodness.
I did. So I knew
That's
that was
so
gonna
funny.
bring you a smile.
Oh, that's hilarious.
You thinking there's gonna be anything in the future about youth YouTube, and how was that, or was that one time and you went, I'm good? Because it looked like a lot of
No,
work, honestly.
I mean, it was a lot of work. It was a lot of fun. I tried to get a video out every single day. It was my run, so it took an hour of me running and an hour of my sister filming. God bless my sister for that. I don't think I'll ever have a full-time camera crew ever again. But and then I sat down and I probably edited for 2 hours most nights, and I tried to get one out every day. So it was COVID. It was right when COVID started, so I had time.
That is true.
Yeah, but it was really fun.
So does that mean future YouTube videos from Liam Lynch? Maybe
I don't know. I'm considering like travel like not actual travel blogs, but just like this is what I did when I served in Jamaica or something. I don't know. Or like, I ran a pretty big race recently, a long one, and I don't know, just do a vlog of that or something. Who knows?
yeah. I mean,
I always
yeah.
okay. One of the biggest things I always tried to get all my teammates to do was like, let's do a vlog for conference, and everyone was like, yeah, and then it would never happen. So
I knew that was coming.
oh man,
You go, yeah, let's do it, and it just
and then
doesn't happen.
everyone's like, yeah, and then you're the only one recording, and then you only have your perspective, and you want cool race videos, but you only have the ones you took, and it's like 5 races because you're warming up half the
And
time.
no one's talking to the camera, and you're like, well, I don't know what to do with this.
Yeah, so
I was gonna say I don't know exactly how it might have worked for you, but there was the NIL rule that happened. So I was wondering if Liam Lynch was gonna upload any racing vlogs, like this past year, because I know that thing was
sponsorship.
Yeah, like a sponsorship. I don't know, like no notes.
I
Maybe.
don't know, I sponsor the podcast. Is that what
you? No, we sponsor you.
Oh,
but you can sponsor us. I mean, I'm fine with that. I don't have a problem with that. You can talk to Matt about that. He's more up that alley. So I'll let you. But yeah, I thought that was cool, honestly. So I wanted to ask about that. And I watched every video, and
that's
obviously,
really funny. Did you have a favorite location, or can you even think back? I don't even remember.
I know you had the one in Music that looked. I don't know how you ran on that without breaking your ankles.
Oh, that was fun.
It looked like you were going to snap your ankles at any moment with those rocks, man.
Dude,
I think you mentioned it too. Like, you can't run too fast. You're going to do that. You had to go at certain points where it's like, if I run too fast, I'm going to,
that's
trip.
Crazy that you, that's so cool.
And then your first one, I remember very, very well. You ran, I think, like a track. I think it was like a high school or something, or right around a high school, and you ran on these roads.
Oh, and that's true. Yeah.
There's a clip of you eating breakfast and lifting weights as well, and I thought that was. I just wanted to bring that up. So, yeah, I think my favorite one was the first one. I think they might have gotten a little less quality each episode. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I might. Hey, now it's probably true. I got tired, but that's so funny. I didn't even think that you would think about that. I didn't even know people.
I got you, man. I got you. I saw it on your Instagram when you did it, and I was like, I'm gonna go watch this, because I was bored too. There wasn't a lot to do, and I saw it, and I was like, it's a pretty solid video.
I was giving it a plug,
and I liked it too.
Yeah. I think the first one had a couple hundred views.
It did, yeah. That was impressive.
And then the last ones had like 12.
That's what happens, man. It dies down quick.
Oh yeah,
it really does. Not as much as our Connor video. It's like 800 something. So
you got me.
You might be able to pass us if you keep it up. So
I just gotta plug it. I gotta plug the video.
You gotta plug it, man.
All right.
Yeah, Matt's like, I don't even know.
No. Yeah, I was gone for all that, so I don't know. But so for Liam, what do you do when you're not running or doing school? What are some things that interest you? Things like that. Like, I know all of us, when we look up to athletes or see college people, right, we think, oh, they just go to school and they do sports, right? There's nothing like in between. But obviously, you're your own person. You like to do things. So
yeah,
whenever you're not doing, running or soccer or studying for like your OChem or whatever other medical smart thing you have to do, what are you doing?
Who am I outside of what the world sees me as?
Exactly.
Wow, that's pretty deep. Yeah, I'm so I play guitar. That's kind of cool. I'm an avid explorer, if that makes sense. So like that sort of ties in with running. I'll try to run somewhere new, but if it's too far, then I'll just go for a hike or a bike ride. I'm a big fan of Jesus, so I kind of do that in my free time quite a bit too. Look for ways to volunteer, look for ways to serve, look for ways to meet people. Um, let's see, what else do I do? I don't know. I like friends. I like to make friends, so I hang out with people. It's about it.
You like to be on podcasts. You like
I like
to
to be on podcasts.
gamble on football games.
Sometimes I make food. Oh, I'm actually, well, I don't want to say I'm gambling. I don't endorse gambling, but I'm doing fantasy track and field right now for Worlds. So it's really cool. Fred
Hey,
Curley,
do you play fantasy football by chance, by the way?
I do play fantasy football.
We might need a new member.
I mean, I would consider joining. I'm not the most educated, so we'll see.
I mean, come on. Some of the guys in our league, Matt knows, aren't the most educated either. That's all I know.
Okay, you know, I
Oh,
might take you up on that.
just a question, because I think it's very intriguing. Because I believe Worlds just happened, all right, on Friday and Saturday.
Yeah. So we're on day 3 of like 10 or something.
Yeah. So for that, obviously probably different than fantasy football. So for those, how does that work? The world track and field fantasy, like, is it like building a team? Like, kind of
That's
tell us
pretty
what
much.
that.
So I did it with my roommate. My roommate's awesome. I just met him a couple weeks ago, and we're gonna start med school together. But he's really cool. So God bless me there. And he said, "Oh, you know, Worlds is starting soon," and I was like, "Oh my God, it is. You're right." And so I ran to my room and I grabbed 2 pieces of paper, and we wrote down the events. I wish I had my piece of paper. I can open up the Excel sheet though. That's funny. We wrote down the events, like the 1, 2, the 4, the 5. Not there's no 5. Oh man.
The
The 8, the 15, steeple, 5K, 10K. And then we each picked 2 athletes for each event. And Fred Curley got me 10 points yesterday. So I'm chilling right now. But you basically score it like a track meet. Like, these are your guys and these are your girls. And then they get your points. And you hope for the best.
And is this just between you and your roommate?
Yeah, but I would
Okay.
be very down to expand. That way it's way more.
You don't get like the best
Yeah,
athletes, you know, you got to actually draft and think about some sleepers, you know,
because we have like a little prediction running, and I think I'm predicted to win, but he's winning right now. Because Elise Craney, I didn't know Elise Craney didn't declare for the 10K. She's in the 5K, which is just a major L on my part. But each of us have like 4 people that are predicted to win their event, and so it's massively skewed.
Did any of you guys pick Connor for the 10K?
I did not. I picked Cooper Tier for the 1500, and he needs to learn how to race a little bit better. Poor guy. He could kick my butt, but not the guys he's racing against right now.
The 10K, you left 8 points on the table by not getting Connor.
You think Connor's gonna get second? 10?
Yeah,
You think
well,
he's gonna win?
Let's see, because he just finished. He just did a race on Friday. I don't think it was Worlds. I believe it was. What was the other one that they do right now? It was just another one. But I think I saw he ran like either 22 or 23 minutes, something like that. And I said, "Holy freak! Like, heck no!" So
The men's 10K actually starts in exactly an hour from now. Wait, no, it might already.
oh wait,
be
no,
finished.
sorry, Connor finished 4th, I think, to go to Worlds, so he's not in it. Forgot.
We have.
oh, he's not even in it. So you're just trying to screw
Yeah.
him over
You totally did.
to get him 0 points.
We just got the men's 10K up though.
You got me excited because I was like, if Connor does well, you know, the views are just gonna keep going up.
Connor ran on Friday, but not at Worlds because he got 4th at
You
the
guys
4 Worlds. So
want to know how I scored in the men's 10K?
Yes, I do actually.
Okay, so I had Grant Fisher and Yomif Kajelchka. I don't even know how to pronounce his last name. But Grant Fisher ended up getting 4th. Oh no.
Do we
And
want to hear
Kajel-
now? Are you sure we want to hear?
I don't even think Kajelchka ran it, or whatever his name is. That's okay. We got Grant Fisher. We're chilling.
Yeah.
Anyways, we don't
I've
need
learned
to talk
I
about my
learned something new
fantasy track
today.
team.
I learned something new today. I had no clue that was even a thing, but that's pretty
We
awesome.
can do it. It's awesome. I love it.
I might beat you, honestly. I probably would.
I mean, maybe just pick the faster person.
Yeah. Or just pick the names I like.
Well,
You
you
know,
know that works too. There's some cool names out there.
yeah, you never know.
Connor
Mm,
Mance, fun name.
Connor Mance, yeah. Liam Lynch, what?
Yeah, throw me in, coach.
Yeah, throw you in.
I might win the women's 800.
All right. Do you think it's time I do my game, Matt? We're probably getting close to time here, I would say. I don't know exactly what we're at, but
I think we're about 40 minutes. So
about
yeah.
40. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I think this is a perfect time to do this. This
Well,
is
and
my
since we're talking about times and fantasy running and everything, I think it's good we do this game.
it is a game, by the way. So
Okay.
we're gonna it's also a quiz at the same time. I'm already getting you ready for med school. Just
I'm like
saying.
preparing.
Yeah, I'm getting you already ready to that test mindset. How well does Liam Lynch know his college statistics, cross country and track and field?
You know, I actually took stats 101 my senior year of college. So
You studied all your best stats, you know. from
yeah,
college?
I took a stats class. I don't remember it, but
Well,
how do I know my statistics?
Well, I have on here. I'm just gonna guess it's TFRRS. You probably know what that website is. Yeah. Well, it has all your college best on here.
All mine?
Yes, all of yours. We're gonna pick a couple. We're gonna see if
Okay.
you know your best times.
Okay. Oh, well, I should know my best, right?
You do? We'll start off. We'll start off.
Get extra points too by telling us when and where those happened.
Okay.
If I click on it, does it show where? Let me see. It does.
It should.
It should. Okay.
You can tell me what place I got too.
Man, that's a lot of bonus points, though.
That's a lot of bonus.
I don't know, man. It doesn't seem like a med school thing. Just give out bonus points like that, you know. But, all right, we'll start off with a simple one, and Matt will pick one too. We're gonna go with your. Oops. We're gonna go with your best mile time, and this is track.
Mile. That would be indoor, because they don't have at the outdoor mile.
Yeah, it says this is an indoor event. Yes.
What did I run indoor? Was that 424?
What's the milliseconds? No, you got it right, but you got to get the milliseconds.
Oh, it was 424. Well, yeah,
if you guess it, but what's the milliseconds?
I ran it at Pitt State. I don't know, 9.5 something, maybe.
82.
82.
82.
I think I remember being 424 high, but
you did run it at the. Yeah, I'm just gonna guess.
It
just says
Pitt.
Annual Indoor Gorilla Classic. I know that they're the gorillas, so I'm just gonna assume that's
Pitt State. Yeah.
It was
what place? What place? This is another bonus.
Oh
point.
God, 35th.
Yes, it actually is 35th.
No, you're kidding.
I think you're looking this up, man.
I'm not. I don't know how to show you.
You went from 30th to 35th just like that, man. I don't know. It's like you're scrolling down.
It was like I was guessing.
It's like you're scrolling down and you see your name in the 30s. You go 35th. That's what it was.
I'm grabbing my phone to show you guys that I'm not cheating.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good. All right, Matt. What do you want to take?
Me grabbing my phone is kind of sus too. So I'm just gonna throw it back on the bed.
All right.
I can't believe you got
go because I think.
By the way, Matt, there's cross country stuff too, so you can do a cross country one.
Yeah, but those are just different because the different courses. But
no, you can mess me up. Oh, okay.
That's true. But as Liam knows, I was the 4 and 800 guy at Kickapoo for us, so that was really fun. So I'm gonna go with the race that personally I thought was the best. I don't know if you ran it or not, but the 400.
Just the open 4?
Let's do open 4. Unless
I never had an open 4.
No, Matt, it's not on here.
There's no 400 at all.
There is a 400 relay split.
Well, there's also a different 400 on there too.
There's one with an H by it.
Yeah, there's one with an H by it. You know what that means?
No, we're just gonna chop off the H and do the 400 split.
400 split.
Right.
I don't see 400 on here. I don't know, man.
Okay.
I think I was 51-1 at conference my junior year. And that was the fastest I got because I was just strength training at that point. I was studying for my MCAT. I was at 10 miles a week. And so
Are you talking about was this during a relay?
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to find it.
Oh gosh.
Okay, so then just kidding. Add the H on. We'll do 400 hurdles.
Okay.
That's a clean 5509.
Yeah, he knew that one. You know, the
Yeah,
event. I'm sure you
that was
do.
my most recent race. Yeah, I ran that after running steeple.
What place?
What place?
Yeah.
That was finals. I think I got sixth.
Yeah, you did. Man,
Yeah.
Liam is killing it right now. That's all I'm saying. He
Hey,
knows
Uh,
Liam knows his stats. Let's just put it like
well,
that.
I know my best races. I think
I think we got to go cross country here.
that'll be tough.
Let's go with the good old 7K.
The good old 7K. I think that was at SBU.
Yes, it was. That is a point.
Oh God. 7K. I don't even know the minutes that I would have ran for a 7K.
Let me see
That
if I
was-
can find your name on here for the place. Oh, I'm scrolling down a lot. Here.
No, dude, I'm not even gonna get the time close to right. Hey, don't say that. Oh my
did-
God, you're way down here.
I did find
Did
your
you even
place, by
run
the way.
it? Oh no, you're in last. Good.
I did find your place, by the way.
I'm gonna guess I ran 26 minutes for a 7K. Probably ran 26:50 or something.
You ran 25:22.
That's so much better than what I thought.
It is. Now, do you know it? Well, I'll give you the range.
How
of
many?
place you
How
got.
many people? Just tell me how many people were in the race.
Okay. 111 on here.
I think I got 60th.
You got 64th. It's pretty
Wow.
close.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not that far down, but it's a little far down.
It's a little far
You gotta
down.
scroll down there.
It was probably my sophomore year or something, I think.
I think it was your freshman. It was 2018, actually. So
Oh, wow, that would have been my freshman year.
you said you ran faster a lot of the times your freshman year, so.
Yeah, that's true. But yeah, true.
All right, Matt, we'll finish it up with one more. We'll do a last
Let's go
one.
10K.
10K?
Oh, the 10K.
That's either freshman year or sophomore year.
Here we go, scrolling down again.
Oh man.
All right, where is Liam Lynch? Let's find the place.
That was probably sophomore year at Angel Mounds.
Oh, there you are. Gotcha.
Was he right? Angel Mounds.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Whoops, I was focusing on
Is
his
it-
place.
My place is
Um,
like 120.
You said Angel Mount. Yeah, you're right. Correct.
Okay, cool. For a 10K, I probably went 34 minutes or something. I'll just guess 34 flat.
35:46.
Oh, that's so bad.
And
I was
now
never a cross country guy.
there was 208 people who completed the race, and what place did Liam Lynch get?
208. I'm gonna hang on to I'm gonna go 130 flat. 130.
You got 151st.
Oh, that's so bad.
Really, what we're doing is just destroying your self confidence.
You really are. Talk about track more.
Well, we already
was never
finished,
lo-
man. That's all we
I
do
was
when we
like
do
the
four.
400 hurdles steeple.
I was gonna
Hey,
say, yeah, he
I
did
have
do
to
that.
say, usually people are one or the other. Very rarely do you get the Connor Mansons of the world that are good at cross country and track. So
Yeah. You get the good cross country guys, and then they're good at the 10K and track. So,
that's also true.
and then that's that. Not the 400 hurdles though.
As in Liam and myself, we are better at the short races, as in 4 800. After the first mile in each of those races, we are completely dead. So
I should have stuck with sprints.
Know your place, man.
Yeah.
Matt, you got some last question for us? This will be the last one. Although I'm really enjoying this, so this has been super fun, honestly.
let's see. Last question for us is probably, where do you see yourself, and where would you want to see yourself in the next probably 2, 3, 4 years? What would be a dream thing for you of where either to live, work, etc.?
Let's go 4 years so that I'm out of med school and residency. I'd like to, oh man, I don't know what specialty I want to be doing. But let's just say emergency medicine for right now, because you can take that anywhere and do anything. And I'd like to be in Colorado doing that because, ski injuries kind of suck, but they're also very fun. That's not the only reason. Colorado is just a cool state. Provo, yeah. Wait, that's Utah.
That is
Hopefully have family. I don't know. Yeah, that's where I'll be at. Just kind of following the course of life. I think 10 years from now might be cooler, but who knows?
Also, I lied. I got to ask one more question.
That's okay.
So, yeah. What is your favorite memory of both of us? So, for me, what's your favorite memory that you remember? And then for Matt,
Oh man.
the Instagram picture doesn't count because that's
Yeah, because it's
we can't do-
fabricated.
yeah, we can't do that. Think of something
Uh,
outside the box.
I can't remember. I think you might have been there. Were you decent friends with Tim Cobb?
Yeah, I was.
I think we might have went to like a field one night and played frisbee or something. Does that sound like what?
It does not.
He's a basketball guy.
I don't know. Charles, that class was like the epitome of you.
But you and I were so close in that class, and the fact
It was tough to break.
memories.
Yeah, I'm trying. Well, no, I'm trying to think outside of the class.
No, you can do the class, just not the picture.
We can do the class.
You can do something if you that I might not even remember. That's the point of this.
Oh, okay. Well, you should have given me some heads up.
Oh, now it's my fault, huh?
I did. So your fault.
Yeah. Okay. Interview's
just
over.
remember-
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I just place all the blame on you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I was so little. I was like 15 at that point, 16 maybe.
I have a favorite memory. If you want me to enlighten you, which
Yeah.
is, I want to tell you
take the
something.
pressure off.
I want to tell you. I remember one
dear.
time we were in class, in comm apps, and we were doing. I don't know what we were doing. We were really bored though. We might have been done with their stuff, and people weren't. I don't know what you were like. I was, you sat behind me. You remember that? And I remember you were like, Charles, I'm bored. What should I do? I was like, this really cracks me up. I was like, you should take a selfie. And you went, oh, good idea. And you pulled your phone out and you did a pose on your desk. And I don't know why. I just remember that being so funny. You're just like, good idea. And you pulled
Just
your
the
phone
little
out.
things.
Yeah, man. But
I can imagine.
yeah, that
You
was
got good
fun.
ideas.
I mean, we took a selfie together I think that memory is what sparked your post of that selfie.
Oh, totally. I mean,
Because
that was like the last day of school, I think. And I was
Yeah.
like, Charles, we must.
Yeah, we must, man.
Yeah.
We might have taken more. I can't remember, honestly, but
I'd have to scroll through my probably long gone phone.
yeah, long gone phone.
Yeah.
And you can go to Matt now. You probably got more memories with Matt, I would say.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Matt and I've had like just a lot of good bus ride home back from meet conversations. So I don't know. He opened up sometimes, I'd open up sometimes, and that was, I don't know, means a lot, Matt and I, we had some good conversations.
Yeah, you don't got to go into detail, but there you go.
I won't, but
I would say my senior year, I had like the senior guys were my friends, but I hung out more with the juniors, I think. Like
Yeah.
not Trevor, Taylor Cobb and Liam. And
Cobb was cool.
one of the things I did like, when I left, I always wore, I think Liam knows this too, I always wore a BYU hat to like every meet, academic stuff, everything. And so since Taylor did cross country and academic team, I gave him my BYU hat.
He really wore that. Like he was big for BYU. It was funny.
Yeah. Yeah. And he wore it everywhere. He wore it to all the meets. He wore it to all the academic team things. And then I know,
academic team. That's a throwback.
yes. And then he passed it on down to someone else who did cross country and academic.
Oh, that is awesome.
But he religiously wore the BYU hat every single time. It was a meet or academic team. So, but that was because I think it was me, Taylor, and Liam all talking together about just doing stuff like that because we all did cross country and academic team together and stuff. So
Not
good
to
old
bring
days.
this up, but why didn't Liam get the hat? Just why?
Because he was about to go. He's gonna be a senior, and Taylor had more time, so that's why.
Taylor was definitely he was very interested in Mormonism, I guess.
Okay, then that makes sense then.
Yeah.
And he really liked the hat. He thought it was super cool, liked the design, everything like that. And
Taylor was a cute, impressionable sophomore at the time.
exactly.
I think that wraps it up, right? We've gone over time, I would say, but it doesn't matter when you're having a good conversation.
No worries.
Like
We're
this
chilling.
one, yeah. Liam's got 7 hours left until he becomes a student, so we could talk for 7 hours, honestly.
Rock chalk, baby. Let's just bring it in.
Which, by the way, I didn't want to bring that up till you mentioned that. I'm not very thrilled with the choice. I'm not a big Kansas guy, especially in the college basketball world. I know they just won, but
It's okay. They got a really good med school, so
I'll support the med school basketball intramural team, but I won't support the college.
You know, I'm
basketball
part
team.
of the basketball intramural team, so
I'll root for you guys. That's the only Kansas I'll root for. Just
rock
saying.
chalk.
Yeah, I won't say that, but yeah, we appreciate everyone for listening. Liam, thank you for the time. I need to get your number from Matt because it makes me sad that you've been texting him and I haven't, but at least it got us all back together. So that's the positive in that. So thank you again for everything. Good luck with all your med school stuff, man. It was so good to talk to you again. I hadn't seen you in so long. So
you guys make me smile.
Yes, that's the goal, man. And you can listen to us on Google Podcasts, Spotify, or YouTube. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Check out Liam as well. We'll throw in his Instagram and anything else he wants us to throw in our description, so you can
put in my teethers.
You can go check out the picture of Liam and I. Maybe I'll steal that picture and we'll
oh yeah, that'd be
post it on our Instagram. You can see the old connection.
You could do that.
Yeah, and so I could do that, but yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you everyone for listening or watching, and we will see you guys on Friday. So yeah.